How did you discover franchising? Why didn't you actually think about maybe starting something by yourself versus buying into a franchise concept? See yourself in like maybe 5-10 years, like the long-term vision as well. Any thoughts there? And how do you build generational wealth? Do you think being a former athlete helped you build up the courage to go after this? All right, you want to introduce yourself if you don't mind?
Yeah, so I'm Henry Anderson. I'm a franchisee with Bowls in the Nashville Tennessee market.
And how did you discover franchising?
I was an athlete and looked at a lot of former athletes that got into the franchising world, got super interested in it. I had some family friends in franchising as well, and was always kind of drawn to that business model and did a lot of research over the years and found a good brand.
And why didn't you actually think about maybe starting something by yourself versus buying into a franchise concept?
Just like the fact that, in franchising, business model is kind of figured out and you're given the playbook and it's up to you to execute it, and drew me in more than having to figure out how to run and operate every different piece of the business on my own. So just that type of business model where you're given the keys to success and it's up to you to execute was big for me.
Amazing. And when you think about your future, the next kind of year or two, what does that look like?
Building these stores and getting them open. We signed for 14 locations and trying to get them built in the next 4 or 5 years. And so it's just looking for real estate, building them, and once they're open, making sure the operations are in place and we're hiring good people and running a smooth operation.
And where do you see yourself in like maybe 5-10 years, like the long-term vision as well? Any thoughts there?
Yeah, figuring it out as I go, but hopefully got a lot more locations 5 years from now, maybe another brand or two. Just got to see how everything goes.
And how do you build generational wealth?
That's a good question. I think it's getting to a scale where the business can run itself and you're not in the weeds on a day-to-day basis. So I think just building systems and infrastructure and management to where you keep scaling the business, growing, and having people in place to run the show for you.
Amazing. Well, I really appreciate your time.
Advice that I would give would be to just talk to as many operators, people in franchising as possible. You learn a ton from the people that are doing it every day, and that's how I learned a ton. Those are always the most valuable conversations, is the people that are actually doing it.
And I'm sure buying into your first franchise, oftentimes a lot of people have that fear factor, right? How did you overcome that?
Just by researching as much as I possibly could and talking to as many people in that brand as I could. I tried to do as much diligence on the front end to make sure there weren't any hidden red flags or anything like that. So just doing a ton of research and conversations and trying to get all that stuff figured out before signing on the dotted line.
Do you think being a former athlete helped you build up the courage to go after this?
Yeah, I don't know if that really had anything to do with the courage to do it, but I think it helps. I think there's a lot of parallels between being an athlete and being in franchising. And again, it draws the same, there's a cliche that like I've mentioned earlier, it's like, you're given the playbook, and when you're a player, you get a big playbook from the coaching staff, and then you have to go execute on it, and same sort of thing in franchising.
Love that. Well, thanks again. Best of luck, man. Do you want to franchise your business and take it to a whole new level? Click the link below to schedule a free consultation today.